Win some Proline tires, win some Proline tires. Or you can win, get this puppy out of here, a winch. And it even comes with its little worn sticker. How cool is that, eh? So guys, that's going to be this year's competition. Some guys need tires, some guys need a winch. Write me in the comment which of the two you need, and I shall put you in the draw. Now let's get back into today's video. Let's make some fire trenches. It's starting to rain. Hee-haw! But I'm not gonna get that to stop me for now. We just keep on forging. Yeah, see. That is a lot of dry stuff that can go up in flames. Well, hoping after I've flattened everything, that's not gonna, well, it'll probably go up in flames, but it won't take long to burn out. Yeah, that was a big clunk. Jesus. Getting there, slowly getting there. I just need to be careful that I don't fall down on one of these steps. Sure. This stuff is tougher than I thought. It's like those pure thorn trees that we call boom in South Africa. Getting as close to the wall. I don't even know if you can see the wall behind there. Getting as close to the wall as possible, so everything goes up in flames, burns out as fast as possible, and hopefully it won't burn out and go over to the houses. So these are the little modifications that I did on the truck to actually get to the places we needed to go to build more fire trenches. So my truck has been really doing a lot of work. I showed you when I came back from digging the first or making the first fire trenches, how it bent the bumper in. But most important, after doing the front fender was actually quite good. The left front fender had to do a little bit of more adjusting on it, and the rear fender we had to cut because it was just brutal. I mean, even after cutting, look what it's doing. It's still catching. The articulation is so high, and obviously these knobbies, they just do a good job of tearing everything apart. So after I even cut the rear fenders down, literally exactly on the line where the door closes, I also took that edge and whacked it around, bent it around, did it on the back as well so that it doesn't cut the tires, because these are worn down and very thin. But that was necessary, otherwise we couldn't have gotten through to the place where we actually needed to go through and get to put it that way, to, in our minds, try and slow the fire down. So over the last couple of days I have been trying to get rid of all of this loose stuff, driving over it, flattening it, hoping that when it's flat it'll just burn out a lot quicker. But our firefighters have actually come to a point where the fire is under control. So at this very moment, we've been getting some news that they've actually done a fantastic job, and they've kind of like named them heroes, because in Spanish a firefighter is a bombero, and they are writing that they are bomberos, like hero at the end, like the fire heroes. So I've gone down to Las Teresitas, where they actually come down with the hydroplanes to literally scoop up more water, and I've been filming that, and I actually want to dedicate this video to the guys who have been fighting this and saved all our asses. And although you can see it's raining right now, and kind of thank God for that, but the helicopters are still flying, the hydroplanes are still flying. I don't know, I think we have 5 hydroplanes that were flying yesterday still, and I've had the whole hill full of helicopters yesterday as well, and today it's all gone. Every now and then one passes, but it looks like we're over the worst part, and you can't imagine how happy people are who have been evacuated, who are like able to go back to their homes. And I mean, I'm happy, and I wasn't even evacuated. I can't imagine how happy these people are who can actually go back to their homes and still have a house to live in, and it hasn't been touched by the fire. I mean, that must be incredible. The worries that they had while they were evacuated must have been intense. Now, also, what I'd like to say, like, I have a pilot's license, and I'm not really fit to be a very good pilot. I kind of lose my concentration. I start doing aerobatics because I just don't want to fly in a straight line. So when I was doing my pilot's license, I got into the time when I was doing my first solo flights, and I messed up like the third solo flight, like properly. What I did is I radioed in. The school told me that in the next 3 hours the plane has been booked for another teacher. So the plane was free for the next 3 hours, and I was able to play around the skies as much as I wanted to. So that's exactly what I did until I got the radio call, I need to come back. The people are ready to take over the next lesson. Now I'm solo flying. I don't have a teacher with me or anything. On my landing, I'm coming in, got my flaps out, everything's fine. I'm coming in a little bit too high. But in my head, I'm going, you know, I want to be a little bit of a like boaster, and I want to land there where the people are watching. I don't want to land later, which would have been absolutely fine. The runway's as long as you can imagine. So anyway, I start side slipping the plane and do something stupid, you know, trying to show off a little bit. And the problem wasn't that I couldn't do it. The problem was my lack of concentration after being up 3 hours, faffing around, doing stall turns and things like that. Now, when I was coming in, I messed up the side slip. What a side slip is, you take your rudder against your aileron. So let's say, well, this is what I did. I pushed the rudder over to the left. The nose of the aircraft goes over to the left. But instead of the airplane or the aircraft pulling a slight left turn, you counteract it with the wings, the ailerons on the wings, so that you're not pointing at the runway anymore. The nose of the aircraft is a little bit sideways, therefore the name side slip, but you're still sliding into the runway area. And I pulled out of it too late, lack of concentration, and I whacked the plane on the ground. Luckily nothing happened, but it was a serious hard landing, and I was grounded for 2 weeks. So what I wanted to say with that story, these guys have been flying for days, 7 days, 8 days in a row. They pin that landing every time. They take off, they fly over the fire, they open their water tanks, and they get it right every single time. That is my hat off. That is like more than a hat off. That is incredible concentration and incredible piloting. And the guys on the ground, I've got a couple of Instagram and TikTok videos that I'll share with you guys as well. I mean, these guys, I don't even know. When I get hot, I just don't work anymore. If I get too hot, my body just stops functioning properly. And I can't imagine fighting a fire 12 hours at a time in intense heat, and you can still function. So that's incredible stuff. So here goes. This is my video. I'm taking my hat off for the heroes that have actually saved us.
Y el tercero. Vamos a ver si lo escuchamos. Mira, se me van a poner que time to be real.
We said something about it.
¿La tira al agua?
¿Qué carga?
Viene para aquí. Viene para aquí y viene para aquí. ¡Joder! ¡Ah! ¡Ah!
Always get irritated when it rains like this. Today, I'm so happy. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to carry on. I think actually I'm going to take my white dad shoes off and put on some rubber boots. Because this stuff is actually just cutting me up like crazy. All these thorns are cutting me up like crazy. And this is tough stuff. This is really, really tough stuff. So I'm just going to carry on until there's nothing left to burn. So guys, that's it from me for this week from Turtle Works. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah. That didn't even leave a mark. So this is one of the hardest obstacles. Here we have like a double step and it's so loose. I got to do this in second gear, otherwise I just don't make it. So that is something we had to get down to actually get to the bottom side of my neighbor's property. Well, let's get out of here before it gets muddy. Starting to rain quite badly. Okay, here we go.
Viene para aquí. Viene para aquí y viene para aquí. ¡Joder! ¡Ah! ¡Ah! ¡Ah!